What's going on, everybody? It is Charlize Walker of Lisa's Business Enterprise here with another Make It Happen Monday credit tip. But before I get into what I'm going to talk about, let me tell you that Take Charge of Your Credit, a step-by-step guide to repairing your credit, is available on my website, Amazon, and Google Play Books. And the workbook just came out on Amazon. So it is available. I will have my copies available on my site to be purchased at charleserice.com right now. Go to Amazon. You can order your copy. Oh my God, I spent some time just putting this together, putting in some worksheets to help you process and to help you go through the credit repair process. But these things paired together take time and create a discipline to get your credit together, okay? But let's get into it. What I'm talking about today. I'm talking about the difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approved offer for a credit card. Again, a pre-qualification or pre-approved offer for a credit card. I want to say credit card loud because I don't want nobody to be like, oh, that ain't you talking about something else. Credit card. So and it's simple, and I'm gonna try to make this as simple as possible because I like to get straight to the point, and tell you what it is. Because you know what, I truly believe knowledge is powerful. So real simple, and I probably spend more time on the pre-approved process more than the pre-qualification. Pre-qualification, let's start there. Pre-qualification is something that you filled out, something you said you got something. You was like, oh, it said I'm pre-qualified. Well, let me see if I pre-qualify for this. Something that you filled out and you got pre-qualified for. A pre-approval is a basically a pre-screening process. So, and it's something you probably got in the mail and it was like, oh, you pre-approved for this credit card or something. But behind the scenes is a pre-screening process done by the lenders that are typically working with the credit bureaus. And so, how you get those offers. And also, they typically lenders not only working with the bureaus, but they working with their own customer base. So, they both. But I would say they both don't really hurt your credit score because they're doing a soft pull of your credit history. So they're not seeing everything. They just seeing your credit score, and they looking for these certain factors to say you may qualify or be a pre-approved for this. So it won't show up as a hard credit inquiry on there. And just remember, the soft inquiry does not affect your credit score at all. So, but the pre-screening process for a pre-approver, it differs by lender, but again, they work with the credit bureaus and look for people to work to meet certain criteria, such as credit score requirements. So another way lenders pre-screen is working with their current customer base. So they finding people, that's probably another sales tactic, but who qualify for additional products. So in which you may receive a pre-approved offer from someone you already bank with. If you already bank with Bank of America and you're like, oh, you pre-approved for this credit card for our MasterCard. And you're like, okay, really? So, but just remember, those pre-approvals, pre-screen does not affect your credit score. And again, it happens without you even knowing about it. That's why I'm telling you about this process. So if you ever received a credit card offer in the mail, and the credit card company likely did a soft inquiry to see if you qualify. So that's their process. But did you know that you can opt out of pre-screening offers? Yep, you sure can. You don't want to see those offers because if you don't know, you're like, oh, you probably apply. But just remember, you want to keep your inquiries, especially the hard inquiries, to a minimum. We ain't got the hard yet. So opt out by you can call the number, you can 888-567-8688, or go to optoutprescreen.com. You can opt out for either 5 years or permanently. 5 years or permanently. If you got a goal in mind, do 5 years. I would say do 5 years. But however you decide to apply, decide if you decide to submit an Apple application, the lender may most likely check your credit with a hard inquiry. This is going to appear on your credit report and may be a temporary ding to your credit um, score, depending on how it goes. Because if you didn't get approved, it can ding really bad. But if you got approved and like you got the offer, you're getting the credit card in the mail in a couple of weeks, boom, you probably increase 20 points. But if you didn't, you probably like, to 5 points or so. I don't know. It depends on, what was on your credit score, your credit report and everything. But a pre-screen, pre-qualification, they both represent the probability keyword that you'll be approved for a credit card. They do not guarantee you'll be actually be approved. So be careful on who and whom you actually apply with. But you will be actually approved. And this is before you submit an actual application. So once you submit the actual application, for instance, you may receive a notice that you pre-qualify for a card, but then later submit an application to find out you were denied. You like, you said I was pre-qualified, you said I was pre-approved, but you didn't go through the whole process. So this can happen since lenders consider more than your credit history when making those decisions once you actually put in an application. So those factors can include your current employment status, income, monthly rent, mortgage, those things that they don't have access to when they doing their soft inquiries, their pre-screening. They don't have access to all that just yet until you actually put in the application. So they all play a part in that decision. So be careful and just remember that even applying new credit is 10% of the the FICO score model. So be careful of that. And then the rule of thumb is have two to three hard inquiries. So leave it as soft inquiry. If you don't need credit, don't get the credit. But if you're trying to obtain the credit, remember to review what you actually need beforehand. Make those decisions by reading what it is and everything. So just remember, knowledge is powerful and sharing knowledge is empowerment. Okay.